Hello, this is Joe Pryor, the virtualrealestateteam.com in Oklahoma City, part of Redbud Realty and Associates, surrounded by my poodles. I've got toy Henri here who likes to get in my lap during videos, and full-size one right down here. So if I look a little distracted every once in a while, it's because of them. But it's December 10th. We're almost at the end of the year, and I want to talk about three things that are affecting us in terms of real estate. The first one is what they call the Fiscal Cliff. Now, I love the name the Fiscal Cliff because they act as if the Mayan calendar is true and the world's going to go to an end on January 1st if we don't do something. It will not come to an end. It will cause a little bit of pain probably for a little while, but there's every reason to believe that the Democrats and Republicans are going to come together and they're going to get a temporary fix this year. And in that temporary fix, theirs going to kind of kick some cans down the road, which hopefully will be dealt with next year. In fact, I do believe that there's a good chance it will be dealt with next year. So if we do have some temporary agreement, what is going to be a big factor that would affect real estate next year? And that's going to be the mortgage interest deduction. Now, I was in Washington, D.C. in May for National Association of Realtors mid-year conference. We go talk to our senators and representatives from our states, and we talk to them about real estate issues. And I know in the case of my state, and this is not unusual in some other states, that the majority of our delegation believes that the mortgage interest deduction should go. Now, part of this is in support of the Bush tax cuts. They don't want to see any tax cuts. They would rather see what they call entitlements. One of those, which would be a tax to you, by the way, if they go ahead and eliminate it, is the mortgage interest deduction, because most middle-class homeowners save somewhere between $2,000 and $4,000 a year because of the mortgage interest deduction. And, you know, it doesn't sound like a lot, but over 10 years, that's $20,000 to $40,000. And so if we eliminate that, it's going to be a tax on the middle class. And so we don't think that is fair. We're doing everything that we can to persuade them not to do this. It's not a tremendous amount of money when it comes to the government debt. I mean, when you compare it to $3 trillion that we spent on wars in Afghanistan and Iraq, it may be $90 billion that they save. But this is something that the middle class needs. We also have a housing recovery that is coming back, but it's coming back very slowly, and it can be very easily derailed with this. In fact, the chief economist of Stewart Title, a very respected man, has said that if they do eliminate the mortgage interest deduction, you can expect home values to go down 15%. So if you have even a $100,000 home, there's another tax for you because you just lost $15,000 that you don't have. That's like paying $15,000. So it's a very bad idea. It is wrong timing, and it's not something that should be sacrificed. And I urge you, look up your senators and representatives. You can find their email addresses and you can email them on this. But one thing that we really definitely need to keep with is encouraging them to keep the mortgage and interest deduction. It has been successful. It is a reason, one of the reasons anyway, why people buy instead of rent. The last thing I'll talk to you about is the Mortgage Indebtedness Relief Act. Something else that we're working on. It expires at the end of the year. Hopefully they'll have the time to get this done. And what it is, if you do a short sale, then you're not subject to income tax on the loss as you are on a foreclosure. This is helping neighborhoods. It's helping home values. It's something else that we're very concerned with. So I'll give you some updates as we go through December, but in short, I think they're going to get a temporary fix done before the end of the year. The mortgage interest deduction is in play, and we need to do everything we can to preserve it, and we need to extend the Mortgage Indebtedness Relief Act so that short sales are encouraged to help the homeowners, to help the neighborhoods, and also to help the lenders that save quite a bit of money on a short sale as versus a foreclosure. This is Joe Pryor, the virtualrealestateteam.com in Oklahoma City, where we deliver traditional real estate values at the speed of technology.